How do you want others to perceive your CAS practice? Do you want them to perceive you like a Kia or like a Porsche? There's a lot of ways that you can utilize pricing and pricing psychology to help influence perception of those that are evaluating your firm from the outside. Today, we're going to talk about some pricing strategy, specifically what is charm pricing and should you be using it in your CAS practice? When we think about pricing, when we think about charm pricing, this is the strategy where people set prices just below a round number. So think $4.99 versus $5. It's based on a psychological principle that people perceive prices ending in 99 or 95 significantly lower than the next whole number, even if the difference is minimal. You look at gas stations, $1.99.99 versus $2. That was an example from the 1990s, but that aside, they're using the charm pricing principle in order to get customers into the door. So why does this work? When you look at your pricing strategy, when you place your pricing on your website, there is a left digit effect to charm pricing. So people read numbers from left to right. So a price like $4.99 or $6.99 as a starting price point for your CAS services are a lot better than $500 or $700. So they're anchoring at that far left number. And so the perception of value coming from that pricing of starting with a $4.99 versus $500, you've got the left-hand anchor, and then you've got the perception that the price ending in 99 is associated with a discount or a deal on the service, making your prospects feel like they're getting a better value. There's also this emotional appeal aspect of it too, where charm pricing often feels less formal, less rigid than the whole numbers, which creates a perception of fairness or friendliness in pricing. And so it's really helpful when you have customers that start with that emotional appeal, perception of value because they're getting a deal, which is great. It's great from a pricing psychology standpoint. However, the biggest downfall in utilizing charm pricing for your CAS practice is that you're going to start attract price-sensitive clients. If you look online, a Kia Sorento has a starting price of $31.99. If you look at a Porsche Cayman 718, the starting price is $162. $162 versus $31.99. When you look at charm pricing and you're attracting these price-sensitive clients, you're really not attracting that luxury or premium pricing where you would find more of that whole number strategy because it often conveys more prestige, more confidence, and a higher end value better than the charm pricing where you're maybe just getting a discount. So when you think about attracting more of the cost-conscious consumer, the more cost-conscious prospect into your firm, are those the kind of clients that you're really looking for? The ones that may nickel and dime you, the ones that may really just be looking for a deal rather than the actual value that you're providing? When you think about differentiation and utilizing tiers, charm pricing can be really helpful for that strategy, and it can highlight affordability in those different options that you provide. However, when you think about the professional context of charm pricing, to me, it feels like it's a little bit less professional, less serious. It depends on the target audience, who you're going after. But for me, if I'm trying to attract a high value client, one that takes our services seriously, one that sees value in what we're doing and can put their wallet behind it because we are advising our clients, we are going above and beyond than the typical service that's charging $4.99 for monthly accounting work. It's one of those things where I think you really need to think intentionally about how you're presenting your pricing online, as that will very directly influence the type of companies that are reaching out to you. And or if you get a referral and they land on your website, you've got a warm intro, but they could be swayed one direction or another based on the pricing that you have listed on your website. For me, I'm not a huge fan of utilizing pricing tiers or a medallion structure of bronze, silver, gold. I would prefer to utilize a structure that allows you to communicate and convey the value that you're driving through the services that you offer, and just try to guide your prospect, guide the website visitor on what is this ballpark going to cost based on their size and stage. So we've taken an approach at Full Send of saying, here's an example pricing based on certain characteristics and qualities of the types of clients that we work with. So on one hand, we're providing example pricing so that the prospect can say, I think this is about where I would land. But then we're also intentionally communicating the types of clients that we work with. So if these companies or folks come to our website and they don't really fit into those buckets, it may be a really good way to usher them in another direction without utilizing either of our time in a conversation during the sales process when it may not be a good fit. So those are some simple pricing philosophy tools that you can think about. The charm pricing model for CAS practices, I don't think is a really good way to go about pricing because it doesn't establish your firm as that high value prestige advisory service in contrast to that $2.99 discount deal that you're getting from Hobby Lobby. I hope that's helpful. More next time.